EdutechMe.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to EdutechMe, the program where education and technology converge and we help guide you through it all. Thank you. Appreciate your warm response. Now let's cut to the chase, folks. Are there any teachers in the house? Are you a teacher who's lost their way? Has your passion for teaching disappeared?
Yeah.
Has teaching become more of a chore than the dream job you had when you were young?
Yeah.
Well, you've come to the right place. So technology at school, huh? You've heard it all before. Laptops, projectors, digital whiteboards. Heck, why don't you throw in some digital homework in it while you're at it? Does all of that sound familiar to you? You, sitting at home.
What? Me?
Yes, you, the guy in the gray tie. You. Does all of this sound familiar to you?
Yeah?
Is that the full extent of technology in your classroom?
Well,
let me stop you right there. Of course, those entry-level facets of technology are great in the classroom, but there's so much more you could be doing to improve your learning environment.
Well, it's not practical. It takes far too much time for the school to implement wholesale changes into our classrooms. We just don't have enough staff and time for planning. It's just not feasible.
Well, I was hoping you'd say that. Listen up, buckle in, and prepare to have your edutech attitude adjusted. All right there, ladies and gentlemen. We all know that when technology used properly in the classroom can offer so many more benefits than you'd ever dreamed of. And to help me explain how, please put your hands together for Miss Danielle Gibbs. Danielle, thank you so much for joining us today. Now, you know how much I respect your EdTech expertise. That's why you're the perfect person to assist me in inspiring our guy in the gray tie.
Thank you, Manny. I'm so happy to be here.
Now, you and I have talked about this before, and we seem to have summarized classroom technology into 3 categories. Number 1, learner control, which includes learning communities. Number 2, customization and just-in-time learning. And interaction with game-based learning.
I can't wait to dive into those. You know, technology in the classroom isn't something new. We've been making the shift for years. As technology emerges, many teachers integrate technology into their lessons. But it's more than just updating activities to a digital form. When students actively use technology for learning, they develop essential skills, like the 4 C's: collaboration, communication, critical thinking, and creativity. This is done at the individual, small group, and community levels. Fun fact, groups tend to outperform individuals on learning tasks.
So, let's talk about the importance of being part of a learning community, one that's made up of like-minded students, and one of the overwhelming benefits of using technology is the ability to extend these communities beyond the classroom and not be restricted by distance.
He's right, so pay attention, all of you. Studies show like-minded students in learning communities have found it easier to participate and be part of a group. They tend to learn more from each other and embrace being part of a community, which meets the basic safety and psychological needs of Maslow's hierarchy. When students are comfortable and supported by a peer group, their learning really takes off.
Well put, Danielle. Hey, camera guy, did you get that? What about you in the gray tie? Did you get that? But also, let's not forget about learner choice. Remember what Joel Rule said? He considers choice the 5th C of the 21st century skills. Giving students a choice in the classroom gives them the keys to follow their interest.
Great point. For instance, why give a test when instead students can use 21st century media skills and communicate using various multimedia techniques? Research shows that students who create digital content develop enhanced communication skills by learning how to organize their ideas, ask questions, express opinions, and construct narratives. And they continue to grow as they share their work and receive feedback from their learning community.
And that brings us to our second category. Customization is another aspect of technology to explore. In this case, customization refers to giving people what they want and when they want it. while supporting each student as they learn.
Like when we Google things?
Exactly. Google is a great example of just-in-time learning. But Google only gives you the knowledge when you want it. A critical part of customization is the individual support and guidance students receive from you as their teacher. As Joe Rule points out, you get to
coach, to mentor, to nurture, and inspire
the students of the future. And as you connect with your students, you'll rekindle your passion for teaching. Which brings us to Joe's 6th C, caring.
But what if I'm not an expert at what they're learning?
You don't have to be. Adopt Mitra's view. You go there, I'll go with you. And be a teacher as a friend on the journey.
Did you know many Americans spend 15 to 20 years in school learning things that they probably won't use later in life? Instead of learning the what-ifs and memorizing facts, students can take on tasks and find information they need when they need it to continue learning.
That's pretty cool.
Not only do students need information and tools, they also need to know how to integrate sources, evaluate reliability, and analyze information in order to present it to others. This is the new literacy, media literacy, and we need to model metacognitive skills. As students have more opportunities to reflect on their learning, they will develop more self-knowledge that can be helpful to them, especially for improvement.
Great point, Danielle. And for our final category, have you ever considered learning through video games?
Video games? Really? You hear about kids spending way too much time on those things. Surely it's not good for them.
Well, actually, you'd be surprised. In fact, schools are exploring game-based learning methods using popular games such as Hearthstone and Civilization to help tackle subjects such as math and history.
Civilization? I used to play that when I was a kid. They still make those?
Oh yeah! Kids playing Civ create their own tribe, and it can help them survive and prosper. But along the way, they also learn important concepts of building societies such as economics, trading, and politics.
He's right. Video games and simulations are interactive, so users get immediate feedback on accomplishing realistic tasks. Not only are they fun, but game-based learning provides a safe environment for making mistakes while unlocking fantastic learning opportunities for role-playing and real-world skills. And by using gameplay in the classroom, students can work in teams and share their experiences to reflect on what they learned.
Wow, I never really thought of that. Maybe we could start a community of our own. Connect with other schools in the state. Heck, maybe we could connect with schools in another country.
Listen, if you decide to employ video games in your classroom, it can also motivate your students and help them apply their knowledge in real-world context. And transferring skills to the real world is really what it's all about, right?
You're right, Manny. Wow, we discussed so many innovative ideas today. I think our viewers are going to love exploring all this technology to enhance student learning.
And with those final words of wisdom, our time is up. Danielle, thank you so much for joining us. Everyone else, we'll see you next week. Be sure to smash the like button, subscribe, and don't forget to hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, hashtag EdutechMe, hashtag Team4 is really #1. Do you think it'll carry through?
He watched the whole show, and that's a great sign of a growth mindset. He just needs time to reflect.